Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
A person is dead after a 3-vehicle crash involving 2 teens. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. In top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Prosecutors say a teen facing terrorism-related charges plan to target Governor Joe Lombardo and President Joe Biden. A district attorney said 17-year-old Joshua Robles collected components to make pipe bombs and named specific targets, including Nevada's governor and the president, and began dressing as an ISIS soldier with a knife and a flag, claiming he was a supporter. Robles has pleaded not guilty and told police he did not intend to carry out an attack. His bail is set at $1 million and he is expected back in court on Wednesday. It was a busy holiday weekend for law enforcement as 4 dozen DUI arrests were made across the Las Vegas Valley. Las Vegas police say 229 citations were issued over the Labor Day weekend, and officers made 48 DUI arrests. 3 other arrests were also made, but the department did not state or elaborate what they consisted of. 1 person is dead and another suffered critical injuries after a 3-vehicle crash. Now, this happened just after 1 a.m. on Monday in northeast Las Vegas. Police say high speeds were involved in the crash and 2 teens are facing possible reckless driving charges. They are identified as 18-year-old Francisco Ruiz Ramos and 18-year-old Alfredo Chavez Rios. The identity of the person who died has not been released yet. This is the 101st traffic-related death in Metro's jurisdiction this year. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Clear skies for tonight's forecast, expecting an overnight low near 82 degrees. And as temperatures are expected to rise this week, we do have an excessive heat warning that will go into effect tomorrow morning until Friday night. Sunny skies for the next couple of days as temperatures begin to increase near 110. That heat isn't expected to go back down until this weekend. We'll still be feeling overnight lows in the 80s.
Sports brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. Preparation for November's Las Vegas Grand Prix has begun near the Strip as crews started installing track lighting Monday night. Work began at the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon Avenue and will continue to move around the 3.8-mile circuit in a counterclockwise fashion. The majority of the road work is planned for the overnight hours, mainly between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. Race officials have launched a traffic webpage, and details for that can be found at lvrj.com.
Moving on to health, brought to you by Centerville Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. The CDC says 97 million people have pre-diabetes, but many of them don't even know it. So how can you tell? Well, experts say the early signs of diabetes include urinating frequently, being thirstier or hungrier than usual, feeling very tired, dry, itchy skin, and even blurred vision. The CDC recommends that everyone 45 or older consider getting tested for diabetes. For more information about tests or prevention, you can visit cdc.gov/diabetes prevention. In business, brought to you by GBank, your best banking experience ever. States across the country continue to legalize and regulate new forms of gambling, but how do Americans feel about that? A research poll from the American Gaming Association says nearly 88% of respondents view gambling as acceptable. The poll also found Americans are convinced regulated gambling has a positive social impact, and Las Vegas is benefiting from that new outlook. Casinos on the Strip generated over $8.8 billion of gaming revenue in 2023.
Vegas Nation, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. Rookie Jackson Powers Johnson has changed his number before ever playing it down for the Raiders. The second-round pick revealed Monday on social media he will now wear number 58. It was the same number he wore during his decorated collegiate career at Oregon. Antonio Pierce had been hopeful that the offensive lineman would start for the team at left guard. Yet despite his return to practice, JPJ missed most of training camp and his status remains unquestioned for Week 1 against the Chargers. Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. After the first full weekend of college football, the national title odds at Circa Sportsbook saw a significant shakeup. Notre Dame, which beat Texas A&M on the road, saw its odds to win the national championship move to 18-1 from 27-1. Miami went from 50-1 to 25-1 following its win over Florida, and USC also saw a big change from 70-1 to 35-1 after its win over LSU at Allegiant Stadium. Georgia remains the favorite at plus 275 with Ohio State the plus 375 second choice.
Moving on to entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. A Las Vegas comic is starring in a biopic about former President Ronald Reagan. Butch Bradley stars alongside Dennis Quaid, who plays Ronald Reagan in the film Reagan, which is out now in theaters. Bradley plays the leader of the Continental's vocal quartet, which backed Reagan at the New Frontier's Ramona Room in 1954. Bradley, who just performed as Howie Mandel's opening act at the Westgate last week, says he was cast to bring some of his comedy skills to the film's story. He says he's now fielding offers for a couple of other film projects this year and into next year. And a country music festival set to debut in October in downtown Las Vegas has been canceled. The Giddy Up Music Festival's headliners would have included Megan Moroney, Lynyrd Skynyrd, and Turnpike Troubadours. A reason wasn't given as to why it was being canceled, but a post on Instagram says the festival could no longer move forward and all tickets will be refunded within 7 to 10 days. In lifestyle news brought to you by LV Craft Shows has been bringing you the finest craft and gift show since 1999. Visit lvcraftshows.com for upcoming events. A star New York City chef is set to debut a fast casual version of her seasonal Korean restaurant this fall at the Forum Food Hall at Caesar's Palace. LVRJ's food reporter Jonathan Wright has more details.
Esther Choi is a big-time chef from New York City, where she has 4 restaurants in the Mock Bar restaurant family. Mock Bar in the Forum Food Hall at Caesar's Palace will be her first restaurant outside of New York City. It's a food hall, so it's going to be a fast casual concept, serving pan-fried dumplings, buns, Korean fried chicken, a whole bunch of ramen styles, and rice bowls. The opening day is sometime this fall.
Thanks for watching 7 at 7. You can watch 7 at 7 twice a day, Monday through Friday, and search Review Journal to follow us on your favorite streaming platform. Join us tomorrow morning for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.